the previous topic, we discussed the difference between discrete and continuous random variables. And if we are going to graph the distribution of discrete random variables, it's a histogram. But this time, we will be dealing with this kind of graph. And this graph is the graph of continuous random variables. And it is also called the normal distribution. Normal distribution is also known as the Gaussian distribution, and the person behind this is Carl Friedrich Gauss. Now, what is a normal distribution? Let's have its properties. Its graph called the normal curve and is a bell shape. So if you can notice here, it's a bell shape. Number 2, the mean, median, and mode are all equal. They are the indicators for the average. Kung ano daw yung mean, yun din yung value ng median, yun din yung value ng mode. Number 3, it's a unimodal. Unimodal means the distribution peaks at a single value only. Isa lang ang mode. It's not bimodal, it's not trimodal. It means that there is only one value with the highest frequency. May isang value lang na pinaka-maraming beses na naulit. Next, the area between the curve and the horizontal axis is 1 or 100%. So the entire area of this region is 1 or 100%. Okay? Number 5, it's symmetrical. Symmetrical means that the left part of this graph is like a mirror image of its right part. So since the total area under this curve is 1, what is the area of its half? It's 0.5 or 50%. Also, this part is 0.5 or 50%. Kasi nga, it's symmetrical. This line divides the graph into 2 equal parts. Okay? Number 6, asymptotic to the horizontal axis. What do we mean by the word asymptotic? It means that both entails are getting closer and closer to the x-axis but never touch or meet it. Palapit ng palapit yung both entails ng graph na ito, pero hindi siya magta-touch dito sa line na to, sa x-axis na to. So these are the important properties of normal distribution. Okay, the graph of normal distribution is characterized by 2 parameters. And what are those parameters? The mean or average, which is the maximum of the graph and about which the graph is always symmetric. And the other one is the standard deviation, which determines the amount of dispersion away from the mean. So a normal curve can assume any values for the mean and standard deviation. Just like this. Say the mean here is 6 and the standard deviation is 2. While this graph has a mean of 5 and the standard deviation is 3. As you can see here, the value of the standard deviation reflects on the graph. This graph has a higher standard deviation and its graph appears wider kasi nga mas spread out or mas hiwa-hiwalay yung values dito compared to this graph having 2 as the standard deviation. I hope you can see the difference. Again, pag sinabi nating normal distribution, it can assume any values for the mean and standard deviation. But if the normal curve has a mean of 0 and a standard deviation of 1, it is called the standard normal curve or standard normal distribution. Take note of this. And its corresponding probability distribution is called the standard normal probability distribution. And the random variable itself is called the standard normal random variable. And it is denoted by an uppercase letter Z, which will be the focus of this lesson video. We will be dealing with random variables where the mean is 0 and the standard deviation is 1. Okay, for now, we will just try to get the probability or the area of the shaded region of the graph given the indicated z-score, just like this. Ang focus lang muna natin ngayon ay kung paano hanapin yung area ng shaded region under the standard normal distribution considering the z-score. Huwag niyo munang isipin kung saan galing yung z-score or kung para saan ito. It will be discussed on Monday. I will give you situations or problems where we can apply the concept of this. So let's have number 1. So here, we're going to find the area under the standard normal distribution considering that the area is less than the z-score 1.24. So the very first thing to do is to draw the standard normal curve where the mean is 0 and the standard deviation is 1. Now always remember that the values to the left side of the mean are all negative, while the values to the right of the mean are all positive. Okay? Let us locate 1.24 kahit estimated lang. So let's say nandito yung 1.24. Basta ang importante, kung positive yung z-score, dapat located siya sa right, and kung negative yung z-score, dapat located siya sa left. Okay? So since the symbol that is present here is less than, the area is less than the z-score 1.24, papuntang kaliwa yung shaded region. So it goes like this. And we're going to find the area of this shaded region. Take note that whenever the area of interest straddles the mean, as in this situation, there will be two regions, A sub 1, A sub 2. And if this is the case, we must express it as the sum of the portions to the left and to the right of the mean. Ibig sabihin, para mahanap natin yung area nitong shaded region, we have to add A sub 1 and A sub 2. Let us now proceed to the computations. Remember that one of the properties of a standard normal distribution says that the entire area under this curve is 1 or 100%. Also, it's symmetrical. Therefore, if the entire area under this normal curve is 1, the area of its half is 0.5. Therefore, A sub 1 is 0.5. And we have to add it to A sub 2. So we have to find the area between 0 and the z-score, which is 1.24. Where can we find the area given the z-score? We have to use this table. The z-score is 1.24. This is the whole number part and this is the decimal part. You have to look at the whole number part or the ones here, which is 1, and the tenths in the decimal part. So we have 1.2. Look for it in the first column. So 1.2 is right here. Then consider the hundredths this time. So we have 0.04. Look for it in the first row of this table. 0.04 is right here. Then get the intersection. So it's 0.3925. Therefore, the area between 0 and 1.24 is 0.3925. So we have to first write here the probability of the area between 0 and 1.24. Then copy 0.5 and write the obtained area, 0.3925. Simply get the sum, we get 0.8925. Therefore, the total area of this shaded region under this standard normal curve is 0.8925. That's it for example number 1. Example number 2. Here, we're going to find the area between the z-scores negative 1.65 and 2.02. Again, first you have to draw a normal curve where the mean is 0 and the standard deviation is 1. Locate the z-scores on the x-axis. Say negative 1.65 is right here and 2.02. These are the two endpoints of the area. So this is now the graph and we're going to find the area of this shaded region. Again, since the area of the interest straddles the mean, nadaanan yung mean, magkakaroon ng dalawang regions, A sub 1 and A sub 2. And pag nadadaanan yung mean ng shaded region, we must perform addition here for us to get the area of this. So we have to get the sum of A sub 1 and A sub 2. Let's proceed to the computation. So we're going to get the sum of the probability of the area between 0 and 1.65 and the area between 0 and 2.02. So we write here the area between 0 and 1.65. As you can see here, I converted negative 1.65 to positive 1.65. Parehas lang naman yan kasi nga symmetrical naman yung graph natin. Magkaparehas lang naman yung values. So kung negative yung z-score, i-convert na natin siya to positive value. Then plus the probability of the area between the z-scores 0 and 2.02. Next thing to do is to find the area considering the z-scores. So 1.65. Consider first 1.6. So 1.6 is right here. And then we have 0.05. 0.05 is right here. Then look for the intersection. It's 0.4505. So we write here 0.4505 plus the area between 0 and 2.02. So 2.0 is right here and 0.02 is right here. Get the intersection. It's 0.4783. So we write here 0.4783 and simply get the sum of the values. We get 0.9288. Therefore, the area of this shaded region under the standard normal curve is 0.9288. That's it for example number 2. Let's move on to the next example. Here we are asked to find the area that is greater than the z-score 0.5. Draw the normal curve and locate the z-score. 0.5 is right here. And since the area is greater than the z-score 0.5, the shaded region is this part. Mas mataas kaysa sa z-score na 0.5. So we're going to find the area of this shaded region. If you can notice, the area of the interest did not straddle the mean. So kung hindi nasagasaan yung mean, this time, we're going to use subtraction. How are we going to solve now for the area of this? Anong values ang isusubtract natin? We have to subtract the entire area of half of this normal curve, which is 0.5, to the area between 0 and 0.5. Yung kabuoang area nitong side na ito, babawasan natin ng area between 0 and 0.5 para ang matirang area ay ito, which is yun yung hinahanap natin. Okay? Let's have the computation. So we write here 0.5 to be subtracted to the area between 0 and 0.5. Copy 0.5 minus, locate 0.5 in the table. 0.5 is right here. And wala namang nasa tenths na value. Kaya, locate na lang natin dito sa 0.00. Look for the intersection. It's 0.1915. 0.1915. Then just get the difference. 0.5 minus 0.1915 is equal to 0.3085. Therefore, the area of this shaded region under this standard normal curve is 0.3085. That's it for example number 3. For the last example, we're going to get the area between the z-scores 0.24 and 1.48. Draw a normal curve. Locate the z-scores. Since they are both positive values or z-scores, they are located on the right side of the mean. This is the mean. 0.24 is located right here, while 1.48 is right here. Again, we are to find the area between the z-scores 0.24 and 1.48. So the shaded region must be this. We have to find the area of this shaded region. And since hindi naman nasagasaan yung mean, we're going to use subtraction. And how can we compute for the area of this? We have to subtract the area between 0 and 1.48 to the area between 0 and 0.24. Para ang matira na lang ay itong area na ito. Na yun yung kailangan nating hanapin. Itong kabuoang area from 0 hanggang 1.48, babawasan natin ng area between 0 and 0.24 para matira ay itong area na ito. Okay, let's have the computation. So we have to write here the probability of the area between 0 and 1.48 to be subtracted to the probability of the area between 0 and 0.24. If this is the case, inuuna natin yung may mas mataas na z-score para hindi maging negative yung area natin. Sige, locate 1.48 in the table. 1.4 is right here. And 0.08 is right here. Get the intersection. It's 0.4306. So we write here 0.4306 minus, locate 0.24. 0.2 is right here. And 0.04 is right here. Get the intersection, it's 0.0948. So we put here 0.0948 and get the difference. It's 0.3358. So the area of this shaded under the standard normal curve is 0.3358. And that's how we find the area under the standard normal distribution considering the indicated z-scores. On Monday, we're going to apply the concept of this. Saan ba ginagamit yung pagkuha ng area ng standard normal curve? I hope I made this topic easy for you. Thank you for listening.